Hello there, only One Kenobi here, only one. And about a week ago, I filmed a video which was talking about Haslab potential of the Shuttle Tydirium. I got a lot of views on that video and a lot of people have subscribed as a consequence. So thank you, welcome. Just wanted to do a follow-up on that video and talk to you about a few things. One thing is, well, the ultimate pack-in my opinion, would be SIM ALOO, and that is somebody who commented on the video. I can't remember exactly who you are, but I will find you, and if I can find you, I will put you on the screen. But you know, it sort of goes without saying almost, really, that is an absolute must-have in the vintage collection, and if they are going to do the 96, they will do it, but that would be a brilliant inclusion of this thing, this potential Haslab, that would make it an absolute go-to item. However, I wanted to clear up a few things. One thing is that a lot of people were maybe thinking that I wanted a Shuttle Tydirium more than a Sandcrawler. Now, I want people to be clear on this, that the Sandcrawler was always my number one choice, and it probably still is. My point of that video was just to highlight the fact that this is the vehicle of all the ones from the old days that needs an upgrade. The cockpit is too small, it only fits 2 people, and it needs an upgrade to get the capacity up. And the fact that these modern, more up-to-date equivalents of these ships can accommodate more figures, just like you see in the movies. Previously, the 1980s version could only get 2 in the cockpit, as you could with the Falcon, but now you can get 4. This is the latest iteration of the Falcon. Primarily, I want to kind of re-emphasize the fact that me wanting a Shuttle Tydirium is only kind of new, really. It just sort of crossed my mind, and the more I thought about it, the more I really wanted it. But I just want to re-emphasize the fact that the Sandcrawler was always number 1 on my list, because that is a dream item. I've never felt inclined to seek out a Sandcrawler, the ones that exist anyway, because they're never going to be accurately scaled, and you'll never accurately scale a Sandcrawler because they're so huge. And well, we got the barge not long ago. Excuse me, let me just move all this crap out the way. The Sandcrawler could be potentially a double-decker barge. This is a really big piece. It's, 4 feet long. And if they double-decked that, they could get something reasonable enough, you know. It's possible. It could be done. But all the other ones that exist are too small. But what I really want to do is I want to address a few comments. One of them being from TJ Ross, who really pricked my ears up, or my eyes popped out when I saw the comment, because he highlighted the fact that, what did he say? Something like, pack in SIM ALOO and I'm sold. And I thought, wow. And we all want SIM ALOO because SIM ALOO existed in the 1980s, and he is a dignitary and he's very sought after. A modern equivalent of SIM ALOO would kick all kinds of ass. And I couldn't agree more, my man. So thank you for dropping that in there. Imagine that, man. A SIM ALOO pack-in. That'd be brilliant. I think we're probably going to get the likes of SIM ALOO and the other characters that are in the 96. Of which this gentleman never was, but he's coming out in TVC. And that is the thing about the Shuttle Tydirium. The Shuttle would obviously not only include a hell of a lot of characters that we already have and that are coming, like the gentleman there you saw. What is he now? Moff Gerard. But not only villains, but heroes as well. Don't forget that the Rebel Alliance, 3 of our favourites there, they were piloting it as well. If you go over here, you'll see these guys. So it's a really important ship, plus obviously with the pack-in of SIM ALOO, that guy's comment. I hadn't actually thought about that. That was a really good idea. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to show you a couple of other characters that we've had in recent years that would accompany a Haslab Tydirium. Some exist, some are quite easy to get on the secondary market, some are in the pipeline, just like you saw with Moff Gerard. These guys are quite expensive, and dare I say they could do with maybe an update, but still, if they'll do it, I don't know. Maybe they could pack in a few of those figures into a Tydirium. Had a conversation with Star Wars Santa, if you subscribe to his channel. He's a really mindful Star Wars fan, and he was saying about his issue with this being a Haslab is the fact that the appeal for a wider audience. Well, I disagree with that, because I think that any Star Wars fan, if they have got their head screwed on, is always going to be grounded with the original trilogy. And if you really want to appeal to people who may not have seen that, which I seriously doubt it, of course this does appear also in The Mandalorian, you know what I mean? It just needs an update, man. That's what I was trying to say. Everything has been upscaled since back in the day. Even, you know, the likes of that, the TIE Fighter, man. But this, it just needs a bigger cockpit, man, and that's it. And then I just had this vision of having all the rebels in there, Luke, Han, Leia, blah, 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 and then also just having a nice mock-up for your Return of the Jedi, get some Imperials in the cockpit, whatever. But it just deserves it. But the Ghost, that's something that was mentioned in the conversation. The Ghost from Rebels, well, you know, that is also a big vehicle. And going back to this, you know, going back to the Sandcrawler, something so huge, you know, how deep are people's pockets? It's only the hardcore fans, I think, that would really want to do that. You know, the people who are now in their 40s and 50s respectively. That's what brings us back to the shuttle, man. I think that's the reason why that is a dream. It's yet to be done. It's never been tackled since the 1980s, and we're kicking on to 40 years now. Yeah, I'm bouncing all over the place with comments here. Someone else also said about the fact that, you know, 40th anniversary, it'll never be done by that time. And that's absolutely right. You know, what I figured was they could probably announce it in the 40th year. We could start saving and then it'll be ready for 2024. I just don't know, man. But again, I really do hope whatever happens that the next Haslab project is going to be TVC, 3 3/4 inch. It just seems to be the most successful wing of it because, you know, you can have more than the figures. You can have vehicles, dioramas, and I will do a separate video about that because of the fact that people are talking about Ewok villages and cantinas and stuff like that. Well, they've seen with the new Jabba's Palace, that wasn't a Haslab, and personally, I've never really been wanting to get kind of like a cantina as such. I wouldn't say no to it. I think it would be awesome, but space-wise, you'd need a big kind of space to do it. Sort of like more space required than a vehicle. You know, the thing about vehicles is you can park them on the top of a pedestal and they look kind of cool, and you can also have things going on inside them, of course. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say no to that. But the way I display, I have my figures and I have a few props and stuff just to set them off. Just like here, this is my cantina shelf. Little segment of the bar there, and then it's all about really the characters just all together on display, and that kind of does it for me. But still, the Jabba's Palace thing coming out will be interesting to see what was potentially a next idea for a Haslab. I really don't know what that was, but it wasn't a Haslab, it was mainstream. But still, I don't know how it works. What is a Haslab project nowadays? You know, certainly that didn't need to be, because look, they got 30,000 sales. They could have just put that out, man. I don't know. It's weird. Don't get it. But who cares? As long as we get the products we really want. And I suppose it goes down again to the Sandcrawler. That really is the ultimate dream project. And a final thought on the barge. That would have been a lot more successful had they opened it up beyond the North American market. But still, let me know your thoughts. SIM ALOO though. Oh, I think that would be an awesome idea. Get SIM ALOO, and then this guy's coming out already. You've got this Biker Scout and all these potential for more trooper packs. You've recently got the Death Star Gunner in the Tydirium hangar. There's loads of Imperials and stuff that already exist on the secondary market that are achievable, and then there's scope for bringing out stuff that is rare and hard to get and upgrade them, like these gentlemen here. And other Imperials, once they get the new mold, they'll be able to bring out more. So it's interesting. I love it. Brilliant. Lots of potential, and 3 3/4 inch is the best scale, man. Get into it if you are making a decision on what you want to start collecting, because look at it, you can have the best of both worlds, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, the figures are incredible, man. Give the Black Series a run for their money, I dare say. Thank you for watching. I have been only one Kenobi. Only one.